Hello and welcome to Beyond Borders on Breaking Scoop, where we take you through the week's biggest stories and the latest breaking news. I'm Babisa Isheshi. Here are the headlines. We begin with Asia, where aid struggles to reach Myanmar's earthquake victims. And there's been jubilation and despair as South Korean president is removed from office. Donald Trump wants India to buy US corn, but here's why it probably won't. And Trump also launches $5 million gold card for wealthy foreign investors, including Nigerians. In the world of technology, with technology rising, senators demand information from AI companion apps following kids' safety concerns. Is AI really causing more harm than good? Here's the news in detail. A devastating 7.7 magnitude earthquake in Myanmar has caused over 3,000 people killed, with thousands more injured. Two survivors who were rescued after being trapped under the rubble for more than 5 days, a 53-year-old man in Mandalay and a 40-year-old man in Sagaing. The rescues, who were carried out by local and international teams, provided rare hope in the disaster-stricken country. The ruling military government has also announced a temporary ceasefire to aid recovery, but its effectiveness is uncertain as hospitals are overwhelmed with casualties and are operating in makeshift camps. And WHO has also announced and warned of a strained medical system. The true death toll is expected to be higher as many remain missing and aid is urgently needed, especially in remote areas already weakened by years of civil war. In Asia, South Korea's constitutional court has unanimously upheld the impeachment of President Yoon Suk-yeol, triggering mixed reactions from both his supporters and even his opponents, with tears of both joy and sadness on the streets. The police are on high alert for potential violent protests, and in his first public statement, Yoon expressed regret, acknowledging his failures to meet the expectation of the public. His brief attempt to impose martial law last December led to this political instability, and his powers were stripped of, suspended after the parliament voted for his impeachment on the 14th of December 2024. Those close to Yoon described his personality as strong-willed but often rebellious. Now, following the impeachment, a snap election will be held within 60 days. Additionally, Yoon faces a separate trial on charges of insurrection. The United States Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has criticized India's agricultural trade policies, urging the country to open its market to U.S. farm exports like corn. Now, this stems from ongoing trade tensions, with President Trump accusing India of higher tariffs. However, India maintains these tariffs to protect its smallholder farmers, despite being a major agricultural producer. The sector faces challenges such as low productivity and poor infrastructure. And while the U.S. seeks to reduce its trade deficit by exporting crops like wheat and cotton, India is cautious, fearing harm to its rural economy. Experts have suggested that India should resist opening its agricultural markets. They should prioritize food security and modernize farming to improve global competitiveness. What is the fate of foreigners as Donald Trump is making the gold ticket to staying in the US a priority? Donald Trump has introduced a $5 million gold card aimed at wealthy foreigners, including Nigerians, as a revamped version of the EB-5 visa program. Now, speaking aboard Air Force One, Trump described the initiative as offering green card privileges, plus in exchange for substantial investment in the U.S. economy. The new card offers fast-track access to permanent residency, moving away from the original program focus on rural or high unemployment areas. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick stated that over 1,000 cards have already been sold, with many potential buyers able to contribute to reducing the U.S. national debt, which stands right now at $36.5 trillion. The card is seen as a premium option, targeting high net worth individuals and providing a simpler path to residency compared to the traditional visa programs. And in the world of technology, is AI really causing more harm than good? Because in the United States, two senators, Alex Padilla and Peter Welch, are urging AI companies to disclose their safety practices following lawsuits from families alleging that AI chatbots such as those from the character.ai has caused children harm. Now, these chatbots, which allow users to create custom personas, have raised concerns about the mental health risk they pose, particularly to young users. The senator's letter requests information on safety measures, AI training practices, and how these companies can handle sensitive issues like self-harm and mental health, which AI models are unqualified to address. The lawsuit, including one from a Florida mother whose son died by suicide, claimed that the chatbots encouraged harmful behaviors and inappropriate relationships. Now, while Character.ai has introduced new safety measures such as directing users to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, concerns about AI's potential to foster unhealthy attachment or even expose users to harmful content persist. The senators emphasized the need for transparency and accountability to protect vulnerable users, particularly minors. Now, with this in place, will AI cause more harm or good? This is a question we all have to look into and find out what the ongoing results will be in the future. And that's all we can take on the news today. Many thanks for listening. I'm Babita Isheshi.